Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning here. I am doing Easter prep. We have the most fun time on Easter. This is our second year doing it, but we rent a pavilion at our park. It's on a river. The pavilion we rent, you can't see the river, but it's by the playground so the kids can play. We take a big bounce house out there. We hide eggs for all the kids and all my family and some of our church friends and anybody we feel like inviting. We all come out and we do a potluck. So I am getting all kinds of things ready today for the potluck. And I kind of already started. I forgot I should be videoing some of this. So I'm actually smoking a pork butt. Y'all have seen that. I've done 2 videos on that one. I've got this already. My smoker's heating up and I'm going to put that on. So right now what I've already started, and it dawned on me to bring y'all in, is I'm making a strawberry crunch poke cake. Never made this, but y'all know the like strawberry crunch ice cream bars you buy? This kind of is what that is. So you just take a white cake mix. I don't have a bottle. I use Duncan Hines, just white, not yellow, white cake mix. Make it according to the package directions. I actually used olive oil instead of vegetable oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. But anyway, I took about 6, so I've already mixed that up, and I took about 6 strawberries and I just chopped them up fine. And now I'm going to just fold those chopped strawberries into this cake. The original recipe does not, that you would get off the internet, does not tell you to put strawberries in the batter. But y'all know me, I'm always going to do that little extra. So I added some fresh strawberries in. This is basically just made with Jell-O. So this is our first step. I took just a disposable 9 by 13. It's not quite as big as a 9 by 13. I sprayed it with baking spray. It's already got flour in the baking spray, so I've got that ready. My oven's already heated up on 350. We are going to just pour this in. We're going to let this cook for about, somewhere around 25 minutes. Give or take a couple minutes, depending on your oven and how your oven cooks. And that's all there is to it. So either add the strawberries or don't. That's up to you. Okay? And that's it, folks. We're going to take this and we're going to cook it in the oven, and we'll come back and see the next step. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do while the cake is baking is make part of the topping. Not the frosting, but the topping. We're going to take 24 of the golden Oreo cookies. And we want to crush those up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and here's a couple little pieces that broke off somewhere, and we're going to put those in, okay? So what we're going to do now is just crush these up into the crumb. Think about the crumb on the little strawberry shortcake thing. So put these in there and get those all pulsed. Alright, that looks good to me. We got all of our little crumbs right here. I don't know if y'all can see them good, but that's it. You know, crumbs. We got it. And that's going to sit and hold. So I've got some butter getting soft because we're going to take a 1/4 of a stick of this and we're going to melt it. We're going to put it over in our cookies and stir it up. And then we're going to sprinkle in a 3-ounce box of strawberry Jell-O and mix that up. And that is the topping, dry, right on there. This box we'll be mixing with a 1/2 cup of hot water. When our cake comes out and cools, we'll poke holes. We'll mix a 1/2 cup of hot water in here and whisk it up until it's dissolved. Put a 1/2 cup of cold water in. Then we're going to pour that over our cake. Then we'll make some frosting for it. I've already got some cream cheese softening up, but that'll be later once our cake cools. Y'all, I'm doing so much. I've also got, don't look at my dirty sinks and stuff, but I've got some grapes washed, drying. I've got some strawberries drying because I'm doing a fruit tray. Remember, it is potluck, so I'm not doing everything, but I said I was going to do fruit. I saw a bunch of watermelons at Sam's yesterday, but I don't know. I almost feel like it's too early for watermelons. I was scared they wouldn't be ripe enough, so I got some navel oranges. I'm going to slice these up so the kids can have, well, adults, whoever wants them, but I know kids love them. We'll have oranges, strawberries, and grapes for our fruit tray, and that'll be a good thing. And we're going to, I don't know, get on to it. What I am going to be making is a banana pudding, but I'm going to do a little bit different this year, and I'm doing caramelized banana pudding. So we'll get on that in a little bit. Okay, our timer just went off on our cake. So I'm going to take it out here and see if it's done. I'm going to give it a little toothpick tester in the middle there. Let's see, I'll touch it for, no, it's not ready. It's still jiggly in the middle. So we're going to go for another, I'm going to try another 3 minutes. All right, while our cake's cooking for another 3 minutes, I'm going to take these cookies that we crushed up. And then I'm going to take that quarter stick of butter, unsalted butter that I melted, and we're going to pour it right over the cookies. And we're going to stir those up and get all that combined. And it'll also take some of that wet off so the Jell-O doesn't, get all yucky. So we just stir up these little cookies. They smell good with this butter on it. You know, it's so funny. My grandson, he used to love golden Oreos, and you can find them in those little cups with the little you peel the little top off, and there are the little mini ones in there. And I used to buy those for him. He used to stay over here a lot, and I miss those days. But anyway, I never ate a golden Oreo. And last night, I wanted something a little sweet, and I opened up that pack, and I ate a couple of them, and they were really good, y'all. I never had, of all these years, a golden Oreo. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all ever eat golden Oreos, and which do you prefer? I like them, but look, it's hard to beat a regular Oreo, if you know what I'm saying. So, Oreos are Milk's favorite cookie. Alright, so get your little Jell-O, and then we're going to just pour this right over the top, sprinkle it around the whole package, y'all. 3-ounce package. Sprinkle it around, and then we're going to stir that up. And this is going to be our little crumb top, and it's going to be good. I know it is. It's kind of, because I use the white cake mix, it's not like an angel food, but the taste is more like an angel food instead of like a yellow cake mix. I use white cake mix a lot for my cupcakes. It's what I prefer. It's more like, if y'all know what wedding cake tastes like. So your white cake mix gives you more of that wedding cake flavor. Okay? Now, I don't know when this sets for a little while. If that strawberry Jell-O is going to turn colors in here at all. But it kind of looks like the little crumbs on one of those little ice cream things. So we'll see if it starts to change colors a little bit here. I do see a little pinkish tint in here. Well, it's been 3 minutes, y'all. I'm spilling it everywhere. All right, I'm going to move y'all back over here so I can get into my oven. And we're going to see how that 3 minutes went. Let me test it, but I still think it's gonna need, no, it come out clean. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's ready. It's kind of pulled away from the edges a little bit. Let me get my other bite on it. Alright, I don't know. I feel like it might need another minute. It's kind of, I'm giving it another couple minutes, y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm giving it another 2 minutes because the center kind of poked in. All right, come on, oven. The center's kind of sunken in a little bit, which tells me it's not risen all the way. And we're going to be putting a lot of liquid, that Jell-O down in there. So I need it to be done. I don't want it gummy on the middle. So we're going to go for another 2 minutes. All right, it just beeped again, and I'm going to pull it out now. Ready or not, here we come. So it's got to be done now. All right. So it is what it is. I know I've cooked it, longer than it said. I'm going to try it one more time here. Our toothpick is definitely coming out clean. So, y'all, I'm going to set this over here on my cooling rack. And I got a little errand I got to go run. So, my pork butt is smoking, which that's going to be another 2 hours before I probably cover it with foil. My cake's cooling. I've got my crumb topping ready. When we come back, we're going to poke the holes. We're going to fill her up and put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours to get it good and set. And then we'll make the frosting and top it, and it'll be ready for tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see y'all in a little while. All right, I'm back from my errands. The cake has cooled. We're getting ready to mix up the Jell-O. My water, half a cup of water on the stove had just come to a boil. So we're going to put this 3-ounce pack of strawberry Jell-O in here. I'm going to get my boiling water. And we're going to just whisk this in here until it is 100% completely dissolved. And it takes a minute. You don't want any of them little crystals in there. Have little gobs of Jell-O, gelatin. Just take your time. I should have put my apron on. Hopefully this red Jell-O will not splash, although this shirt's kind of old. Got a few little holes in the front. It's my Saturday work shirt. When it's hot, y'all, it's going to be like, 88 today. The high record around here was in I think they said 1995 was 93. And they don't think it'll get quite that high, but 88 is pretty daggone hot for spring before Easter ever hits. All right. Don't skip on this step. I would have paused y'all for this part, but I can't reach that far. Y'all can suffer with a little extra time. Right now I got, you can look down in here and see, well you can't see, but I can. It's dissolved, okay? Now we got a half cup of cold water we're adding into this Jell-O. We're going to just mix that up real good. Alright, now what we're going to do is take our either bamboo skewer or something like a little chopstick. Now you don't want to go all the way to the bottom. You don't want it to, make a hole in the bottom of your cake. But you just want to do this all over, about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch apart. And we're going to just poke it. This is a poke cake. So we're poking it all over, because all this good strawberry Jell-O is going to be poured in all these little holes. And it's going to go down in there, and we're going to refrigerate it for a couple hours and let it set up, let the Jell-O set up before we put our frosting on. Do y'all remember when you were younger, did your parents or grandparents make poke cakes? It was a big thing back in the day. We were amazed at whoever thought up this little idea of a poke cake. But they're good. Like I said, this is like a kind of similar to a strawberry shortcake kind of taste we're going to get here, except it's better. Alright, so then all we're going to do is just kind of pour this. You're not going to be able to pour it right in the holes, y'all. But you're going to just pour it on here. And it's going to drip down in those little holes. And it's going to fill them all up. It's going to absorb down in there. There's no way to get it exact in these holes. Just don't even try it. Because it's not going to happen. but we're going to do our best. It smells divine. And hopefully, it's going to be warm tomorrow. It's going to be 80 tomorrow, but I'm going to put this, got a couple coolers, and I'm going to put this in the cooler with some ice packs tomorrow, because it's got real whipped cream on it mixed with cream cheese, and my banana pudding is going to have whipped cream on it. So that's it. Okay, we got her all done. I'm going to go stick this in the refrigerator for 2 hours, and we'll be back. All right, I told you I was drying my fruit, and I just want to show y'all how I had put it in a colander, but before I left to run my errands, I just lay down a kitchen towel and I lay them out to just dry on the towel. And this right here is my strawberries, so I lay those out. And then I put a towel over them to soak up any more, and I just kind of do this right here. Easy. You don't want to bruise them. And get those dry because they're going to last longer dry. And I don't cut my strawberries when they're going to be on a tray because people can hold the little stem and eat them. Because once you cut them, they start to get juicy and they start to, you know, kind of spoil. And if you were putting it as a topping on something, of course you can cut them, but just to have on a fruit tray, you definitely want to leave those whole. So the way I do my grapes, I don't like to pick them all off and just have loose grapes. I like to do them in little clusters, say between, you know, 2 to 4, maybe little 5 little grapes. That way people can pick this up with their little tongs, and you know, they got a few little grapes to eat. And it looks prettier on your fruit tray. Oops, we lost one. To have a couple little grapes to hold on to. Alright, so if there's just one like that, I do go ahead and pick that off. But you just come in here and you just take your little scissors and you just clip them like this and have you a couple of little clusters. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. We'll come back for the next thing. Alright, so when we're doing fruit, now look, I want to show y'all this because, I mean, doesn't everybody know how to cut an orange? But I want to show y'all something. When you're cutting an orange, lemon, whatever, and you know that little kind of core, that pith, this white part right here, you know, you could just go on and leave that on there, right? But look, nobody wants to eat that. So just take your little knife and just do a little trim. When I'm cutting this little piece right here, I just come in here at a little angle and cut it off for my first slice, and then all I have to do is this slice and cut it off. And I just push it to the side, okay? So my first one, y'all know you can't probably see it, but I cut it at an angle so I don't get any on that one. And I just cut it off. Don't serve that ugly white stuff to your friends and family. Cut that off so it's pretty and nice and people just want to grab it. So anyway, we're going to finish cutting these up. Okay, we're about to make our frosting for our strawberry crumb cake. So first thing we're going to do is take a 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream into a cold bowl. I've had this bowl in the refrigerator. It's going to whip up better. And we're going to whip this kind of on, you know, medium-high speed until stiff peaks form. And then we're going to set that to the side. In here I have 1 block of 8-ounce cream cheese. I'm going to whip this up. After I do my whipped cream, I'm going to set that in the refrigerator. I'm going to whip this up until it's smooth, and then I'm adding in 2/3 of a cup of confectioner's sugar, 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. I put just a little bit less, and I use my regular salt. And then we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to whip that up. Once that's whipped up, we're going to fold the whipped cream into this frosting, and that's what's going to top our cake. So let me get this whipped up, and I'll be back at you. Okay, whipped cream's done. Stiff peaks. We're moving on to the cream cheese. Okay, so our frosting is done with our cream cheese and our confectioner's sugar, and it just looks like this, y'all. It looks like frosting, right? So then we're going to take our whipped topping that I just pulled out of the refrigerator because it needs to stay cold. And then we're going to just fold this in. And again, I'm hoping, just like I'm hoping for my banana pudding, that this whipped cream's going to hold up till tomorrow. Usually this is one of the last things you do for your dessert. So, and it's gonna be hot tomorrow, so I'm hoping that all this works for our little Easter at the park tomorrow. Hopefully it won't. You know, when I'm saying works, y'all know what I'm talking about, like the whipped cream, because it doesn't have the vegetable oil stabilizers like your frozen whipped topping. It can kind of collapse because it's nothing in here but heavy cream and air. So that air only stays whipped up for so long, and then it starts to, you know, collapse. I mean, there's no other, I guess, term for it but collapse. But with this one, at least our crumb topping is going to kind of be on it. Now, I've got a little piping bag right here. I'm just going to save a little bit of this out because I'm going to dollop it on the top and put some little half of strawberries on there just for pretty. Okay? And what I'm going to do with this is, after I get this in this little piping bag, and again, it's just enough to dollop. I'm not trying to get a whole lot. I think that'll be more than enough right there. And just put a few little dollops. I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator because I don't want it to sit out here at room temperature and start kind of melting. Okay, so we're going to sit that in there until we're ready for it. Now I'm going to flip y'all around. Skirt! Alright, there you go. Good enough. We're going to get our crumb topping. Remember when we made our crumb topping earlier with the crushed up Oreos, melted butter, and strawberry jello? And we're going to just take this and we're going to put this deliciousness all over the top. Wait. Let me see how this looks. I might save out the rest of it for dollops and put a couple more strawberries since we're having a group, so I can do more strawberries. Oh yeah, this will be beautiful. Beautiful, y'all. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. See, now my cake looked a little lopsided. One, these little pans right here aren't your best, you know, cake baking pans. But, you know, for what I'm going to, this outdoor picnic at the park, they're fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not entering a contest or anything, y'all. Alright, I'm going to pause you for a minute while I get my piping bag back out. Alright, I put the other in the piping bag. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to take these cookie crumbs, because remember this is a strawberry crumb poke cake. And these little strawberry crumbs on the top of here are going to be good, y'all. That's going to make it so good. We're going to pat these down in just a minute. But right now, I'm just trying to get them all on here. Okay. Now I'm going to just pat these down on here a little bit. Get them kind of set in. Get them all tight down on there. Alright, there's that. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to pause you till I get my other items out. Alright, here we go to decorate our strawberry crumb cake, which smells delicious, y'all. I'm going to dollop, I think I'm going to try to do 4 little dollops. Oh, that didn't work out, y'all. What do you think I should do with it? Eat it? Uh-huh. That's delicious. That is really, I mean, it has such a strawberry flavor to it. Wow. Alright. So now I don't need all these strawberries. I'm going to try to pick out the prettiest ones. And I'm going to cut them right down. I'm going to leave that pretty little green on there just because it's going to look pretty. People can pick that off. But it's going to add to it. See? We're going to put those little strawberries on here like so. Doesn't it make you want to eat this thing? Look how pretty this is, y'all. I mean, is this going to be the star of the show? Huh? I mean, it's going to be pretty, y'all. I'm excited about this little strawberry poke cake. A little retro vintage recipe. Do y'all know how many people say vintage? I want a real pretty ripe one. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know. Oh, I already cut this one. Duh. Y'all probably laughing at me because you saw me cut it. All right, there she is, folks. And now look at that. Look like a little strawberry patch. That's a pretty little poke cake, huh? It was so easy. Now we're gonna put this in the refrigerator. And I am not going to cover it because that whipped cream is going to stick to my paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to my downstairs refrigerator and I'm going to put it in there uncovered because the cream cheese, whipped cream, confectioner sugar, it's going to set and get hard. So once this sets up, I'll be able to wrap it, and I'm probably just going to wrap it with some aluminum foil loosely because the cling wrap clings and we don't want that, so we're going to loosely wrap it with foil once it sets. Probably in a couple hours. I'll go down and get that wrapped up, but there it is, folks. I hope you make you something like this that's fun and pretty. I'll try to get this posted up pretty quick, but anyway, there it is.